Me and Mrs. Jones.
Dang.
So, yeah.
Hey.
I should have put on my glasses.
You should have. You know what? I fell in love right now.
Hey.
He's all up in your business. Albert's up in your business.
Sing it, girl.
He's all up in your business. Yeah. All up in it.
All up in it.
All up in it.
Yeah.
Up in your business. Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Up in Your Business. I'm your host, Albert Can too. Hey, listen, if you like this channel, please subscribe to it. You can do that right here down on the bottom button here. Or just like it, share it with your friends, whatever you want to do. But this show is for you, and it's all about everything in San Antonio. I don't care what it is. I want to get all up in that business. And right now I'm getting all up in Mark Alvarez's
What's up,
business.
y'all? Hey.
I wanted to have Mark on here because Mark is such a good friend of mine. Gosh, we met through my cousin Richard.
Almost 4 years ago. No more.
Was it that long
Yeah,
ago?
because I'll be here 4 years this September.
Oh my gosh.
This seems like yesterday, right?
Wow. Okay, we got to share with that
my
little
dog
story,
right
but
there.
I wanted to introduce you to Mark Alvarez. Mark is, I want to call you San Antonio's R&B king. Is that a big title to give you?
Hey, I'll do my best to live up to it.
Is that, I was going to say, am I putting too much pressure on you by saying that?
I like the pressure.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Mark is, I think this is what really kind of had you and I kind of become like really good friends because we shared the same passion for music.
Yeah.
And when Richard said, "Hey, Albert, I've got a friend. He's looking for a house and he needs a real estate agent." So I said, "Okay." So I called you up, and I remember we stayed on the phone for, I want to say probably an hour,
Maybe more,
maybe longer.
We've been on the phone for over 2 hours, not even meeting face to face. Just it, when you click, you click. That's what
I think that's what it is. Yeah, there was just some sort of gravitational force that pulled us together. Said, "Hey," and I'm telling you, like the music. You and I grew up on music, and it's kind of like it's interwoven into our whole being. Like I can't function and do anything without it.
No, I can't even breathe without it. I breathe in time.
Oh. Like a singer.
And when I sleep, I'm like 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I'm just playing. That's how cheesy I am, guys. Sorry.
I feel like I look a little taller than you in here, but it's because I'm on this different chair. Which
no, it's because I'm trying. You see this double chin? I'm trying to hide it right there. That's why I'm slouching.
And that's what you're hiding your double chin. But look, this right here is hiding my thinning hair. So I'm okay. It's all good.
There are worse things.
So Mark, I know that you are a very, very successful DJ here in San Antonio. A lot of folks are calling you up for DJing. Yeah. People use me as well. I feel like I'm a kind of a wannabe DJ. I'm not a real DJ, but I do try to play the right songs, right? It really truly is.
I've seen you. You're doing your thing.
I appreciate that. Yeah. But you're a real DJ, but he's also a real singer too, not just a DJ. So when you hire somebody like Mark, you're going to get the best of both worlds. You're going to get some great songs, and then some of the songs that you truly, truly love, and Mark can actually sing those for you without using the artist, then this is your guy.
Yeah. It's funny because you say being a real DJ. I've never considered myself. I know DJs like DJ Tone. Tony's just sick. And I know people that run circles around me. And I'm a singer that said, you know what, I'm going to start DJing because DJs get paid a lot more than singers. And I worked at Grahamsville Station for like 16 years and just singing there. But I didn't know that I knew how to DJ until I was no longer there. Of course, they've closed down. But I was like, oh, I know how to do that. And why? All these, because I heard them every single night. And learning how to mix was easy. And I'm a percussionist. I learned drums, and so I learned all these things. But tempo was always with me. I mean, So I don't, and I'm not the DJ that does like, let me match 17 songs on the same downbeat.
Oh, yes.
I'm not. I play the song, I have to know the title, the key signature. It's the energy the song brings. And then, like, let's say if it's way off, I got to bring it in with my voice. It's just all about being an entertainer. So that's what I do different. And that's what I see you doing, too. And then, you know what I love about you is that you're up dancing. And so, and I get down when I need to. But I feel like, 2 left feet. I don't know.
Oh no. I see, and that's I think that's there lies like when you're a DJ. Like I think most DJs, they have to be able to feel it, right? In order for the crowd to feel it.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of people who this is why I think, and tell me if I'm wrong when I say this. This is why a lot of DJs don't like for people to come up and ask for you to play a song because. The DJ is in a groove at that point, and he's seeing that everybody's feeling that groove.
Right.
And like you could be all bumping and hopping into some good R&B music, like 90s R&B, and then somebody comes up and says, "Oh, can you play, Mambo number 5?"
Yeah.
And it's like, well, wait a minute, that doesn't go with what we're doing right now at this point in time. And so they get mad because they never hear it, right? You say, I got you, but you never actually put it on because.
And you know what I call that out?
But,
when I started realizing that wasn't, sometimes I say, and people will get mad. Didn't I ask you to play the song? I'm like, everybody wants to be the DJ. That's what I always say. And then, but I promise, I got to the point to where like, if we're doing this group, it's that bass line's just going in, and then somebody comes ask me, I'm like, and then I'll be like, well, how do you spell that song? And what does it sound like? And I'll get my phone, and I'm like, and they're like, are you going to play it, sir? And I'm like, and they'll come drop a 20. Play it next. And I'm like, oh, they're going to ruin my...
Oh, if they drop a 20, I don't know. That might work for me.
Oh, they get it played next. Trust me. But it's like, I swear, it's like, they'll play these songs, and I swear it's like as if Moses showed up with his staff, and everybody just parks.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, and when they kill my vibe, people look at me and I tell I'm like, he wanted it.
Put the blame on them.
Everybody, this, and I'll say, by request, $20 to get you to shut the song off too. And I mean, it's just so crazy, but yeah, man, everybody comes and but you gotta feel it. You gotta feel it.
I'm the same way too. I have to be able to feel it. So, you and I were talking earlier a while ago, like about somebody called me up one time and said, "Hey, Albert, we'd like to have you come out and DJ." And I said, "Okay." And they said, "But we really want a lot of Cuban songs." And I'm like, oh, Cuban, like I don't know a whole lot of Cuban songs. So, and the thing is that if I'm not feeling the music, then it's hard for me to get into it and get the crowd going because I'm not feeling it myself. So I had to turn down that opportunity, unfortunately, because I said, listen, I think it would be best if you really want nothing but Cuban songs, that you've hired somebody that can give you that, and that somebody that knows that specifically. If you call and ask me for yacht rock, old school R&B, disco,
this guy knows
70s, 80s, 90s. I can hang with you all day long. Even country. I love country music.
Love country.
But I do there is a part of me that, I can do some Spanish, but I didn't grow up listening to Spanish music, unfortunately. I feel like we're a product of our environment back when we were growing up, right? We never played Spanish music growing up in my home. And I lived on the south side. You would have thought that would have happened, but it didn't.
Now on Sundays, barbacoa?
Nothing.
Big Red?
It was always yacht rock, or it was some sort of R&B. Earth, Wind and Fire, Michael Jackson, Luther Vandross. It was all of that.
That's my joint.
So that's what I grew up on. So when people come up to me and say, hey, can you play, Ramon Ayala? I'll play it because I know it, because so many people ask her. But it's not something that I can really, truly, I don't feel it in my soul.
Right. And that's the hardest thing. So this weekend I had a gig. One of the most, the cruises are just amazing. I did a TikTok for them, and I was talking about that. I always need a Monster and maybe 2 shots of tequila, but that's neither here nor there. But I need a Monster and watermelon bubblegum, because it's the weirdest thing. It's just because I need to, and I have to. If I show up, and with my roadies or whatever, I just, sometimes they know they have to leave me alone because I have to get in that headspace. Any artist will tell you, you gotta, and don't bring no drama, because you have to perform. And I don't know how many times I've gotten up on stage and seconds before, I might have gotten some really bad news right before I took the stage. But the show is going, and you know what? Nobody there cares. They paid for a show. You got to give them a show. You can deal with your emotions later on. But when I was to cut me off at the knee sometimes, and I kind of feel like that's because they'll tell you, hey, we don't want you to play this. And I don't care too much for those kinds of gigs.
Where they limit you?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely won't turn down money. Trust me. But I know enough. But this past weekend, I did one, and they gave me a list the day before, hours before, and beautiful couple. And this is not towards them at all. This is just sometimes I don't think people realize. They said no Pitbull, no Dua Lipa, no Bruno Mars.
Hey, my back. That hurts my heart.
No Bad Bunny. And then I'm just looking, and then right next to it says no cumbias, no country, and
no party.
and no rock and no rap.
Wow.
So I thought I could get around the rap if I said, oh, it's hip hop. Technically.
But old school hip hop is so good. Everybody loves old. I'll play all the old school stuff.
I mean,
it takes two to make a thing go.
Come on. Ivan, no diggity.
Oh, no diggity.
Come on.
You got the bag.
Hey, come on, man. And listen, and so I just told them, I said, y'all cut me off at the knees. I mean, they're like, but I know you can. And then that's the whole thing. I said, hey, listen, y'all blowing me up, but it's like saying, hey, I was telling you earlier, did they ever tell when Michelangelo was doing his thing, they'd say, we want you to paint this, but don't use any blues, okay? And don't outline, don't use blacks or browns no, you have to let that, let that artist person do what they do because
they're an artist.
That's what makes them who they are.
Yeah.
And
it's an art form. I really feel like the DJing is an art form. I've watched a lot of great DJs. I watched them on YouTube. I watched them on TikTok, and it's amazing to see the energy that they're putting out. And I would love to be that kind of DJ where I could get that. I feel like I do get that to a certain degree, but I don't get it to where I can you're entertaining the masses, like thousands of people. Yeah. That's amazing to be able to do that. And there's something about, and you probably have to share the same sentiment of what I'm going to say, is that I get my energy from people.
Yeah.
And so I get my high from seeing other people have a good time at what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Do you have that same thing?
It's got to be it's got to be reciprocal.
Yes.
If you want to have fun, you got to have fun, because if you're having fun, I'm going to have fun.
Yeah.
And the crazier you get, the crazier I'm going to get. And I promise, I love that. It's like tennis. Hey, let's do it. Let's go. And but when they're just sitting there, that makes it a really, really tough night.
It makes it challenging.
And no matter how good you are, because, it doesn't matter what you do. So then that's why I sing. Like I said, I was a singer turned DJ. And so
singer turned DJ. I'm going to tap into that in just a little bit.
And I was thinking, well, if I can't get them, well, let me figure. And so when I start singing, it's I see it all the time. You just see all these heads pop up like, what? And it could be mariachi, it could be soul, it could be, if I'm doing, I don't know, anywhere from either Volver or Me and Mrs. Jones or Bobby Brown's Rock With You or some Careless Whisper. It doesn't matter. Or if I'm just singing Happy Birthday, and then you go from that to then I start, if there's a beat that I'm feeling and I see people, then I'll just start beatboxing. And as you start beatboxing, people are like, and it's one of those things to where it's entertainment. Definitely not. I'm not technically. I'm not a technical DJ. I just play great music.
Yeah.
And I have fun.
That's the same thing.
What I used to get in trouble for when I was a kid, I get paid for now.
That's so. I think it is. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy DJing for people and playing because it's the music that I feel. I feel it in my body. So when I'm feeling it, I know they're feeling it, right? And I think the same people who love that kind of music are gravitated towards you. It's like on my TikTok lives, I always tell people like, you guys are my people, because they love the same thing that I'm loving, and they can all relate and connect to it.
Right.
So it's like, it's your people, right? And so I know that you have a lot of fans here in San Antonio, and you, like you said, you started off as a singer before you decided to do DJing. Yeah. And I wanted to tap into that because we're actually literally sitting in Mark's studio here in his home, and the very home that I helped him, get. We got this under contract.
I bought this house just because of this room, to be honest with you. This is the room I wanted.
You know, when we were looking for a house, you said, "Look, we got to find something that I can be able to set up all my equipment and be able to do my my singing."
Yeah.
And so there's padding all in here. It's really cool. So, and I love all the lighting. So I didn't have to even bring any lighting. Like, he had this already all done. I'm like, well, this is good.
It's the mood. Like I said, you got to get in here, you know?
It is a mood.
Oh, man.
It is a mood. I want to ask you, what is your favorite song to sing when you're performing for folks? The most, probably the most romantic song you sing.
Well, I get asked for me and Mrs. Jones everywhere I go.
Okay. So the song about cheating.
So,
Okay.
you know, if you're there, if you're here with somebody you're not supposed to be with, this song is for you.
Is that how you do it? That's how you introduce
I
it?
I really do. But, you know, I love, of course, I was raised on, so I in my house, they played Spanish. It was Tejano. And my grandfather was a mariachi for, I don't know, 60, 70 years of his life. And I learned, I didn't know what I was saying. I didn't know when I was singing standard songs like El Rey or Volver. I didn't know what I was saying, but I just knew I knew how to sing it. I could pronounce it. And then people would come and talk to me. Hola, mijo, ¿cómo está? I'm like,
Volver.
sigo siendo el rey. But
You don't even know how to answer that.
Yeah, it's like, but my grandma would be, mijo, don't be a stupid. Don't be a stupid.
Don't be a stupid.
You need to learn these things. And I was like, oh, my grandma, I loved her. But, you know, it was one of those things to where I would probably say, I mean, I might surprise you here. My favorite music to sing, I guess maybe because I do soul. I mean, I just Luther.
Don't get me started with Luther.
Man, some Marvin Gaye, some Al Green. You know, that's my joint. But you know, lately I've been asked to do a lot of country songs, and I was like, well, I guess I'm best doing a little country. But I mean, I think country and R&B and soul, they're cousins. I mean, there's just so much. They're so similar in some ways, but man, I would say, man, I love the old school Bobby Brown stuff. I love some George Michael.
I wanna rock with you, baby.
George Michael is just
okay. So because you know he's so talented, and I want you guys to, when you're watching this, to say, you know what, we'd like to have Mark come out to our and come to our wedding and perform and sing and DJ for us, because it's such a great combination, because you get the mix of, like, you don't have to hear a whole band, you know, the whole time. Although I don't get me wrong, I think there's some incredible bands here in San Antonio that are playing some great covers. But I do like that you incorporate you know, regular music, and then you come in and do a couple of songs here and there, and then you go back to doing the music, because I've watched you do it at your daughter's quinceañera.
That's right.
And I was there, and it was so good, and he sang for her, and it was just amazing. So I know we're sitting here in your studio, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to. We could play all the kind of music, because I feel like I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for copyrighted stuff, but. I mean, could you give us a little taste?
Yeah.
I'm putting him on the spot right now. Oh no.
Let me see.
Me and Mrs. Jones.
Oh.
Because Me and Mrs. Jones is such a. It's one of those songs that when you put that on, like people like gravitate to the floor. Like all the couples were like, "Oh yeah, this is such a good song," because it brings back so many great memories.
Yeah.
And it's one of those. And so, I mean, I don't know if you can put backing music on it or not, but I mean, if you want to do a cappella, you can.
I'll do some acapella. Let me see.
Ooh, a cappella.
Let's see. Me and Mrs. Jones, we've got a thing going on. We both know that it's wrong, but it's so strong to let it go now. We meet every day at the same cafe. Oh, it's 6:30 and I know she'll be there. We're holding hands, making all kinds of plans while the jukebox plays my favorite song. Me and Mrs. Jones.
Dang.
So yeah,
Hey.
I should have put on my glasses.
You should have. You know what? I fell in love right now.
Hey,
I fell in love. I don't know what happened.
And I wear my shades so nobody knows if I'm looking at Miss Jones. Is Miss Jones in the house?
Mrs. Jones. And we know Miss Jones is sitting out there. She know who she is.
We've got a thing.
He was also playing a little bit of, it's funny that there was, I was looking up, some of the most romantic songs of all time, right? Me and Mrs. Jones was on that list.
Right.
Careless Whispers was another one.
Yeah.
Careless Whispers. But I'm noticing that there's some sort of theme here, that they're all songs about having an affair, right? So Careless Whispers is about an affair.
Right.
Secret Lovers was another song.
Secret lovers. Yeah.
That's what we are.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know that. I don't know how he knows. He retains. Lyrics.
Secret Lovers was a big song.
Bruh. You remember that? Girl, you are to me all that a woman should be. And I dedicate my life to you always.
That's a good one, too.
That's back in the day, dog.
That's a good one.
man.
That's a real good one. Now, Careless Whispers, whenever I'm DJing, that typically is a song that somebody wants to hear, and I love that song because there's something about that horn when it first hits.
Yeah.
Right off the top of that song, everybody's like, oh, everybody screams. Yeah, everybody just loves it. It's one of those timeless classics that's never going to die. It's always going to be around, and it's going to go for generations to generations. Yeah. I know you did a little bit of it. As well because you're putting together some music.
Right.
Do you play the music that you put together that you sing? Do you play that at or do you do that specifically just for your own self?
I always have intentions to play them. Now, if I'm performing, if it's not a DJing gig, because I also pick up gigs where they just want me to go do an hour and a half of just, hey, we want live music.
Oh, wow.
So then everything that I've worked on, then I produce it there. And people haven't heard those renditions. They haven't heard the... or maybe they have because, of my influences, and they're like, oh, is that kind of like that Brian McKnight style or whatever, So, my influences, like Michael Jackson, Brian McKnight, Prince, I love big singers like, come on, Luther, please.
Luther. Give me a little bit of Luther.
Let me hold you tight.
I'm going to put my hands up in the air like this.
If only for one night.
Yes.
Let me keep you near to ease away your fears. It would be so nice if only
I'm going to lip sync to you.
for one night I won't tell a soul. Yeah, I love that. Hey, but Luther was like,
oh my God, Luther was amazing.
Luther was singing. I'm just like,
I coined him as one of the greatest R&B or one of the greatest male singers of all time. I coined him that.
And he was a
That's my
background
opinion.
singer.
I know. But
he was taking out the
he
trash.
was so good,
He was
though.
a trash guy at the studio. That's how he got. He was taking out the trash. Good Lord.
he was just incredible. All right, give me some Careless Whispers.
I feel so unsure as you take your hand and lead you to the dance floor. As the music dies, something in your eyes calls to mind a silver screen and all its sad goodbyes. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. Though it's easy to pretend, I know you're not a fool. Should've known better than to cheat a friend and waste this chance that I've been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I dance with you. Never without your love. Yeah, man. Yeah. I love those songs, man. I love those songs.
I'm telling you, that's so good.
Thank you so much.
So, I'm such a big fan of yours because
Thank you so much.
I need to go to more and more of your gigs you do so many you do private gigs I think mostly, right?
Yeah.
So are you open to possibly performing like at
Oh yeah.
open venues where people can come see you, and maybe you need to connect with somebody. Maybe if you guys are watching, you see him say, hey, we should have him at our venue.
Yeah.
Then
I'll I mean, I'll sing on the street corner if they just listen to me. I mean, I'm gonna be singing. I'm gonna sing in church. I'm gonna sing in. I've always worried. I lack a lot of. And I think I've told this. I lack confidence sometimes because we're our own self critics. So I look at myself and I'm like, oh my gosh, looking my voice. Oh God, I don't like my voice, or my weight, or if it's my hair, or if is this oh God, I better color this in with Sharpie because it's black. Kind of that stuff. I'm not lying. I did that earlier, but anyways, it's one of those things that we're our own worst critics, and then a good friend of mine that's a pretty well-known artist. He said, "Don't ever insult the people who like you by saying you're not that good or keeping things from them, because that means you're saying that their opinion is invalid."
Yeah, I totally agree.
I've never felt so ashamed of myself because I'm hard on myself, and I think we all are. But no, man,
you get a lot of people that say that, like, "Oh my God, you look great," or "Oh, I do," or "Oh, you sound good." I'm like, "No, I don't. I sound," and you basically just said you're a liar.
Yeah,
you've told them they're liars.
To their face.
And I feel like I've gotten to a point like I get I do get complimented a lot, and I'm learning how to embrace that compliment and receive it.
It's hard.
It is hard because, like you said, we are our biggest critics, but I'm learning how to accept it. And I think anybody out there who's listening, like if anybody compliments you, just take it and receive it, because they wouldn't have told you that if they didn't believe it, right? Yeah. And so that's a really good point there. Yeah. I think we need to learn how to accept those compliments.
Yeah, allow yourself some grace.
Yeah.
I had a boss of mine tell me that.
Now you were playing a little bit of Bobby Brown for me.
Yeah, man.
Can we just hear just like a little snippet of it? I want you to hear this Bobby Brown version that he's put out. Hopefully we'll get it towards like to where, because I'm only going to be able to do like maybe a few seconds of that. Because it's not Bobby Brown, just so you know. This is not Bobby Brown. But it's him. It's Mark Alvarez.
Yo.
Oh, let's see.
Let's see.
Oh, okay. I should have.
It's okay. It's my bad. Don't look at my hairline. Okay. You ready?
Don't look at my. Yeah. I'm ready.
I'm just gonna start right here.
Okay. Oh, come on.
Is it too loud?
Nah. You can still hear me. Here's Mark.
Now that you are here, baby, let's do it right. Lady, you know just what This was about 4 o'clock this morning.
Oh my God. Okay, stop it. It's so good. It's so good.
Baby, just touch me anywhere. Cause cutie, you turn me on. Oh man, those are some good songs, bro.
It just takes me back to the days when I used to skip school. I was in high school, and I would skip school, right? I would say, "Oh, there's going to be a world premiere video coming out, and I got to be home to watch this."
Wow, that's dedication.
Yes,
man.
and so I would leave school. I would tell at that time, of course, Lorraine was just my girlfriend in school, but I would tell her, "Hey, we got to leave at second period," I said, because when there's going to be a world premiere video coming on, and I got to see it. So I would leave, but I remember that because that song reminds me of the Bobby Brown eras back in the late '80s, early '90s. We listened to all of that growing up. That's everything that I listened to. I would go to Sound Warehouse and spend hours in there looking at all the records.
Yeah.
I was
not even buying anything. You just going through the records.
I literally just wanted to be in there, just looking at all the stuff.
Did you ever have to buy a needle for your record player, like in the record shops?
Yes,
I remember doing that all the time. Man.
Yep, I wore the heck out of it. I had a record player that had the double cassette thing, so I could record the record onto the cassette, and then I could take that with me so I could hear
rich.
It. No,
y'all were rich. I didn't have that.
We were not rich, believe me.
I had a Walkman, and I would plug it in with an 1/8 into a 1/4 inch into a big speaker, because we were musicians, so we always had speakers. I had a Walkman, and that would be people like, "Golly, what kind of stereo you have?" It's just a big speaker for basses and guitars, and I just hook it into that, and I use my Walkman. Man. And I would make mixtapes one Christmas I got that double deck cassette player. It was like thin, and what I do is I would like, when this one was going out, I knew the timing, so I would hit pause, play and record, and as this one's going, I'm gonna let pause go, and it would just like vroom, and it go right into that song. People are like, how did you make?
He was already
I
mixing
I
back
I didn't
then.
know that I was, and I would in the 7th grade, Mr. Abrego, we used to have these things called fun nights, and there was dances, and I thought I was a Mac back in the day, and I was like, man, they'd be playing, and then so I said, man, you need to play some better music, and he said, oh, you think you can do it? I said, yeah. So I showed up. He told me next Friday we're gonna have another fun night, and it's for all the 7th graders, and it was in the cafeteria. So it smelled like old hamburgers. Remember that? and then, so I had 3 jam boxes. What they're called, jam boxes, and I was just taking out the cord, and I was going from song, and I was DJing like that, and I didn't know what I was doing. I think about it now, thinking, and I remember him looking at me like, and he had the stuff, I didn't. He just looked at me like, I just told him, I said, "Can you bring lights, sir? Because I don't have lights." And then my uncle lent me a lamp that because he used to work on cars. I just put the lamp out there. But it was but man.
Yeah, that's so amazing.
Man.
That's where it all starts, right? That just tells me that it's always been in your passion. It's
Yeah.
always been a part of your whole being. I mean, we're literally sitting in a room that's designed for you to be around music all day long.
Praise God.
So
Yeah, I'm so blessed.
It's amazing. Give me a little bit of because we're almost over here, but give me a little bit of some Spanish. I know you said you do a little bit of
Spanish.
Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
What's probably one of the most requested Spanish songs you
Oh
get?
man, it's always going to be some kind of mariachi.
Oh, okay. Give me some.
One of the best ones that I say. This one makes me hate women.
Oh.
And if you translate it was it's a guy who's just hurt. And he says, "Me cansé de rogarle, me cansé de decirle que yo sin ella de pena muero. Ya no quiso escucharme, si sus labios se abrieron, fue para decirme, ya no te quiero." God, I hate her
That
for
scared
that.
me.
Take your dog. Take everything.
I didn't understand any of it, but I did hear lips. I think I heard lips in there.
Yeah, it's
Labios.
like see, sus labios se abrieron. If like he's just like she was done with him and he knew it, but it was just like he just mad. I mean, it's killing him. It's a breakup, I guess, in a way.
Oh.
And then she says, "Si sus labios se abrieron." If her lips were to open, it was only to tell me, I
She
don't
didn't-
love you.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's deep.
I hate her. Oh God, yeah, man.
Oh my God! It's been. Thank you so much for just letting me come in
Thank
to be
you,
in
man.
your
Love
to
you
be
for
in
this,
your
man. Thank
in
you.
your space right here,
No, bro. Anytime.
It's so good.
Anytime.
I want to remind anybody that if you are looking for a DJ, Mark is available. If you're looking for somebody to sing at your wedding or your birthdays or whatever, even the happy birthday
Full
song.
full entertainment.
Full
Yeah,
entertainment.
always.
They can contact you. So we're going to put your information up on the screen so that people can get in touch with you and learn all about more what you do. And then you don't have a website though, right? Do you?
No.
No, you don't. Okay.
But I'll get one. You think we should get one?
And then we'll have your TikTok.
Okay.
We'll put your TikTok thing so
Okay.
folks can follow you up on TikTok. 'Cause,
Word.
I've seen you sing. I've seen a couple of performances there on TikTok where you're singing.
Yeah.
I thought I
With
saw
the great
some.
Joe Posada downtown at Landry's.
Oh.
He said, "Hey man, you gonna do that song?" I'm like, "How do you know who I am?" Like, this is Joe Posada. I mean, that's a guy. That's a legend. You know who Joe Posada is in San Antonio. I mean, he's Grammy Award winning, but he's amazing. He said, "I guess let's do me." He says, "Mrs. Jones." I go, "Okay," and man. The guy got a free drink out of it too. So,
Dang.
Ooh, Lordy.
When you get a free drink,
Yeah,
you know.
Can I get a Corona with 2 limes? Yeah.
All right. What is your? I don't think we got into. We didn't before we go. What was your most favorite song to sing? Like, what's the one that you know that people just love it? And is it Me and Mrs. Jones?
I guess it would be Mrs. I mean, yeah, me and Mrs. Jones. I mean, that's usually going to be my encore song at every show that I have. I won't do it all night, and then when I say good night,
okay.
then I come back for the encore and I drop the Me and Mrs. Jones and I say good night like that.
beautiful.
Yeah. And, just in case she's out there.
Do you do any up tempo songs?
Oh yeah, lots of up-tempo songs. If it isn't love, why do I feel this way?
Oh.
Why does she stay stay on my mind. Man, I do. Man, I love up-tempo
I
songs.
should have done the dance when you.
Yeah. Because if it isn't love, why do I feel this way? Why does she stay on my mind? I told her I'd never fall in love, but now I know better.
Ooh, yeah. You should do some Belle Biv DeVoe too.
Oh, man.
Poison.
It's driving me out of my mind. That's why it's hard for me to find. Can't get it out of my head. Miss her, kiss her, love her. Rock groove, you did. That good.
How do you know? Me and the crew used to do her. Remember?
I used to say
Me
that.
and the crew used to do her. Like that. Every time I hear that part, I always say, cochina.
I'm like,
Cochina.
ugh. Sucia. That's gross.
Oh my God. Well, thank you for allowing me to get
Albert,
up all
thank
up in
you,
your
buddy.
business,
My brother,
Papa.
thank you so
I
much,
appreciate
man.
it.
This guy, he's built playing with, but let me tell you, I mean, just crazy, super talented. This guy's a personality in and out. I've told him this. Thank y'all for always following, supporting him because I do the same. I'm up here last night. I'm up here to 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Even though I have a day job, but he's always on live. I'm like, and he's dancing all night long. I'm sitting here breathing hard because I'm tired because he's dancing. I'm not even moving.
Hey,
no, but
we gotta work
this guy.
I gotta work for those little pennies they give me.
Hey man, I'm so proud of you. And thank you for putting me on your podcast, brother.
I appreciate you.
I'm super honored, super grateful, and man, I wish you the very best.
No,
always.
this is about you. I mean, I want you to have all the success. I mean,
Thank you.
again, I get to what I do is only just a fraction of what this guy is doing because he's really doing the work, really hyping up the crowds and really giving them a great show. And so, thank you for blessing us with your talent.
Thank you.
Such
Love
a
you guys.
talent. I want to get you together with Michelle. Michelle got it by Carrie.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you know who she is.
Yes, I do.
You
Absolutely.
do? Okay.
Yeah.
I think you two could sing a duet together. I would
Oh,
love to
man.
get y'all together. And we might maybe do another podcast with
Hey,
us
man.
three.
We'll do a real soulful version of Islands in the Stream.
Ooh. Dang. On My Own?
On my own.
Come on. Yeah.
Oh Lord. Or what's the greatest one? My love, there's only you in my life. The only thing that's right. And she goes, my first love. Man, nobody say like Marie, Luther and Mariah, boy. Them.
Oh, they did a great version
Yeah,
of that,
man.
didn't they? I love the version that they
Do you like
did.
the original one?
I love the original.
My love, there's only you. I love you, Lionel.
In
God,
my
I love-
life. I liked anything. I liked the Commodores when they did Zoom. Zoom was one of my favorite songs from the Commodores.
Zoom, yeah.
Yeah,
Mine was
Zoom,
Too Hot to Top.
Easy. Like those are. I mean, I'm telling you, like
Oh yeah.
I wish we could get back to that. I feel like Bruno Mars was kind of bringing some of
Yeah.
that back at a point.
And I do those songs in my shows when I'm singing. I do Easy.
Easy like
oh
Sunday
yeah.
morning.
Just My Imagination. Ain't Too Proud to Beg by the Temps.
See? There you go.
Mustang Sally. Doom,
Mustang Sally.
Mustang Sally. There's a girl named Erin that she was telling me. She will follow me and then she'll inbox or DM me. She's like, thanks for singing Mustang Sally. And I said, I'm gonna get you one day because I gotta sing it. I'm gonna make it big. I'm gonna send this to Erin. I think she lives in California. So I've not forgotten you. So if you hear me, I'm talking about you, Erin. But man, Mustang Sally's that bass line. Doom, 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 doom.
That's so good.
And then some Credence. Someone told me long ago. There's a man, because it's
Look, we could be
soulful.
here.
It's just so. I gotta, and you can't sing it. You have to be. I gotta sing it soulfully. I don't know. It just
No, and I love that because that's who I am. I love soul. So,
Yeah, man.
and a lot of the folks that know me love soul as well. So, I'm telling you, maybe you need to come out to Yacht Rock on the patio one day. I
wanna
wish you could
go.
be there. I would love to hand you over the mic because people would fall all over you.
Man,
I
I'll be
mean,
dancing with on them.
That's fine. We want you out there dancing too. Ooh. Hey, is that? I can't wait. The new shoes?
Yeah. Remember that?
I love that song.
Oh man!
New shoes.
Oh yeah! I think it was called.
Takes me
I
back
can't
to
wait.
6th or 7th grade. I can't remember how old I was, but
Stevie B and
so I'm not a big freestyle
Me neither.
person either,
Me neither.
but if people request it, I'll play it. There's only a few freestyle songs that I can get into, and the rest of them, you start to lose me.
Yeah, me too.
But I mean, there's some good songs.
Oh yeah, and they go crazy here in San Antonio.
I like Lisa Cult Jam.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
I wonder if I take you home, would you still be in love, baby?
Yeah, man.
Nah, I don't know the rest of this, but I have to hear the song in order to know the words. It'll just literally come to me, but I
Debbie
can't do it
Deb,
without
and yeah.
David Lookout Weekend. Yeah, so
Yeah.
all of that gets okay. Look,
All right,
we could be
guys,
here all
sorry,
day. I'm
sorry.
telling you.
So sorry.
Mark is so good. Again, if you like this channel, if you want to follow me, please hit the like button, hit
Yeah.
the subscribe button. I promise you, I'm only going to bring you people here in San Antonio that just bring a lot to the community. And Mark here is bringing a lot to the community with his talent. And so we certainly appreciate
Thank
you,
you, man.
brother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
All right, and then of course, if you need a real estate agent, give me a call because I can also help
This is
you
proof.
find it.
This is proof.
This is proof. We're in the house that we found.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right, guys, we'll check you out next time. Bye.
Boom. We'll see you.
Oh, there you go. Signature.
Yeah,
your
my signature. Boom.
If you would like for me to get up in your business, just send me a direct message on Instagram at @TheRealAlbertCantu or email me at albertcantu@hotmail.com. Yes, I still have Hotmail. Don't judge me. All right, we'll see you next time.